The master sat in his easy chair. The study hall lamps burnt bright, but little he knew that a horrid crew were marshalling just out of sight. Harry opened the door, went across the floor, with a stride both bold and grim. Come Peters the Great, straight on the fate the master had waiting for him. When Charlie walked in, a mighty din shook the windows again and again, while Harry and Frank enjoyed the prank and followed with smirks and a grin. These four came on with chatter and groan to queer the master and boys. In burnt cork and sheets they walked the streets and made a ghost-like noise.
The Afterlight Box is a free paranormal app created by Extreme Senses Software in conjunction with Anthony Mark England of Afterlight Paranormal. The software was created to offer the paranormal community a free ghost box application with the same premium features of a paid app. There's a theory within the paranormal community that spirits can manipulate audio frequencies to communicate. If that is true, then why not audio patterns as well? That's the idea behind the Afterlight Box, to offer randomized audio patterns as material for spirits to reconfigure for communication. Remember folks, this is all hypothetical, and ghosts, if they exist, have no fucking vocal cords. And upon talking to Anthony, he felt like it was important to stress that what we're looking for when using these types of apps is relevance, meaning, and substance to the location, history, and surroundings while the software is in use. Not everything coming through will be paranormal. It's important to differentiate between the what is and the what could be's. It's up to the user to differentiate between the possibilities. August of 2016, my second time investigating St. Albans, and with me is Donetta Swift of DKS Paranormal and Gene Caswell of the Jefferson County Paranormal Society. Through the course of our investigation, we experimented several times with the Afterlight Box. Would it give us any insights to the secrets and history of St. Albans, from when it was an all-boys school to when it was a sanatorium? Or any clues about the murder and disappearance of Gina Renee Hall, who many people feel that her body may have been disposed of on or near the hospital grounds? But it was after Gene Caswell took the Afterlight Box up into the attic, where he did a session while sitting on a bed, and the Afterlight Box kept referring to the bed and the master not being happy, and at one point the bed he was sitting on even shook. The significance behind this event can actually be tied to the poem you heard at the beginning of the video. The poem is from the 1893-94 issue of The Promise, which was the St. Albans school yearbook from back when it was an all-boys school. The poem is called The Albans Ghost, where it refers to the headmaster of the school as just the master, needing to punish the disorderly boys running up and down the corridors and misbehaving. So was the ghost of the headmaster of St. Albans upset that Gene Caswell was sitting on that bed? We don't know, but please give this session a listen.
Hey everybody. Hey everybody, trying to get back on live here for a moment. We're up in the attic. I've got the Afterlight Box going. Let me get this volume adjusted. Oh, let's see. Get some interesting things coming through this. I better turn this on to share. Anger. Yep. What are you mad at? I got a couple of things. I'm sitting on an old bed, and I heard somebody turn this on. Somebody said something about the bed and something about the master's not going to be happy. And then we got a few other things of interest. But who is in here talking about us? What quickly?
Action.
Totally different situation up here. No one. What happened in this room?
Turn him up.
Did the baby die in this room? Killed? What about this bed?
Something good.
Why am I not supposed to be on the bed? Yes, the bed. And it come up on me. Who just shook this bed? Who's in? Who's in here? Who's in here with me? Somebody just shook this bed.
Him up.
Why don't you like me on it? Get out? Why do you want me to get out? Somebody hides up here. And that's what I'm up here to see. Who's hiding? Who's the master? Is the master going to be upset with me? Do you know my name? You are who? You are who? You are who? I am who? Desolate? You are desolate. It means you're by yourself? No.
A memory.
A memory. You're a memory. Okay. I understand that. Is that how you feel about yourself? Get out. Who's telling me? Who's the leader? Am I the leader or you the leader?
Projected.
In the fall.
Is there something evil up here? You are? Okay, that's who I want to talk to.
Stimulus.
Tell me, am I getting somewhere? Who's in charge?
I guess you.
Yeah, I am right now, because I'm talking. Did you say I guess you right?
Kidnapped.
Kidnapped.
But this.
There's been a lot of threatening words since we've been up here. Totally different from downstairs. You know who Gina Hall is?
But he couldn't be fooled.
Is Gina here in this building? Can we talk to her? No, why? Warp. you wonder why I picked this room then out of all the others? No. You're awful upset we came in here. Do you not like visitors in?
He and his wife to fly right now.
Can you come out of the darkness? Come out of the shadows?
Stay.
You're staying? Why?
Must believe over it.
Why?
Must believe over it.
Why?
Must believe over it.
Do you not like the light? Are you scared? That's why we're visiting you in the dark. Again, why you're not being very nice? Why are you rude?
Shadow.
That doesn't give you a right just because you're dead, does it? I don't think so. Because it's written. You might be dead, but it doesn't mean you have to be rude. Is it not what you thought it would be? I take it it's not where you want to be or where you thought you would
God,
be.
this hell.
God thought you would
God,
be.
this hell.
God
Be
let,
where you thought you would
God, this hell.
God let it happen. Maybe you weren't good. Maybe you're getting what's supposed to happen.
Him.
Have you asked for forgiveness instead of being mean? Does that cross your mind? Maybe that's why you're stuck in the darkness.
Us.
Negotiate what? To try to get out of there? No. I think to get out of where you're at, you have to be sorry. For real. Acacia.
Pounding. But that the whole.
The ancient ones. Are the ancient ones here? Are they observing? Yeah. Do you understand why I'm here?
Sentiments.
Did you feel?
End of death.
End of death. We hope so. Sure. Too scared? I don't think so. What about Donald?
For more information about who Donald is, check out our other video called To Catch a Preternatural Predator, Donald of St. Albans on our YouTube channel. Anyway, back to Gene.
Is Donald in the shadows? Does he come up here now? I really want to talk to the person in charge. The master. You said the master would be upset.
Upon taking a break from investigating the hospital, the entire group went back to the St. Albans Inn. The St. Albans Inn is the original home of Dr. King. Dr. King was the man responsible of taking St. Albans from an all-boys school to the mental health facility it became. After resting for a bit, I found our very own Gene Caswell in the basement of the historic home, which is too reported to be haunted, and he was running the Afterlight Box, so I joined him for this session.
Did you work here? Were you a patient? Do you understand how this works? private.
Bled.
Did you bleed? Were you a patient brought into this house? Were you a victim in this house?
No.
She saw
She did what?
Are you real? A boy? Not much time.
Why don't you have much time? Who's coming?
What's the name of the hospital here? Maline. Maline? Nope. I don't get that either. Did it say St. Albans? Maybe. Did you say St. Albans?
Bitches of heaven.
Okay, so I don't even know what the bitches of heaven are, but if you want to ask Gene, his number is 812-666. You know what? Maybe it's best that we all don't know what the bitches of heaven are. Let's just let Gene keep that to himself. Anyway, let's get back to the session. Are you the doctor? Was?
What are you now?
What ought I to do? What ought I to do? What ought I to do?
Dr. King, what was your first name?
The angel? Or danger?
Yeah, I can tell.
It's all done. What's all done?
Do you go back and forth between here and the hospital?
In the house.
House.
What about the murder that happened here years ago?
You wonder?
You wonder?
You wonder?
Who took part of that? What was the girl's name that had her head cut off? Can you tell us where her body is?
Where is Gina Renee Hall? What?
Did that say something about my head? And
Denver. I thought I said I'm right here.
are you here, Gina? I totally dropped my camera off. You're trapped.
Where are you trapped at?
Gina, can you whisper in my ear?
Forgive him?
Have you forgiven who murdered you? Did you know the person that murdered you?
We all need to leave?
Do you stay in the shadows then? Join us? Did that say join us? Are you in the shadows?
Should we always look for you in the shadows? Can you say, Dr. King?
Understand?
Did they say Dr. King?
That's
Could have been like Dr. King.
Would you lie to us? What can we do?
Nothing.
Do you have any questions?
Evil in this house? Did it say that?
Run.
Right?
He says I.
I know.
And some?
Do you all know each other very well? Do you work together?
What do you work towards?
I'm gonna go far out here, but do you know of time streaming? What about the skull experiments? Included? Skull experiments are part of that.
Before Gene Caswell leads us further down the rabbit hole, let's jump to a session that I did in the boiler room of St. Albans. Most of the tales connected here involve former maintenance men. These men were reported to be violent and vile, so 5 of us headed down there to conduct an ITC experiment using only the Afterlight Box. So what sort of messages did we receive? Well, it was about as much love and light as a dickhead spirit can muster. Enjoy. Is this where you work?
For preventing shell truck.
The EMF is lighting up.
Take all of them.
Are you coming closer to us? Coming closer to me? How many people are sitting down here in this room?
Kidnap.
Kidnapped. Was Gina Renee kidnapped?
In the eve.
Science proposed afterlife.
Did you say 5 people? Give me a good cuss word so I know you're here with us. Surely you know a cuss word.
One March participant.
But the moment he passed,
Cop. Cop. Cop.
What? Malevolent? Who's malevolent?
Choose that month. Okay, quiet.
You have any final messages for us? You fucker. To go from bad to unnerving, these final few clips were taken from an Afterlight Box session in the infamous room of Donald. Donald, the pedophile ghost that brags about keeping his victim, Jacob. Donald? Can you speak through that device? It's a little bit different than a radio.
Jesus Christ. Something to enjoy.
Dude, earlier when I was in here, I asked him if he liked you because you were an old copper. And it just freaking said copper.
Yeah, I heard the copper.
So.
Are you mad that the copper's back in here?
Not anymore. We had a nice talk.
Did you and Mike make nice?
I ran down the hill.
And his heart broke.
Grace?
Hey, Donald.
Let me put down.
Donald, it's me again. You know, I told you we'd be coming back in here.
Leave.
Well, now, that's no way to be. Told you we'd be coming back. Told you I wouldn't talk mean about you. Or be condescending. Or whatever that means.
Donald, move this ball or we're going to take Jacob and leave.
Leave.
You want us to take Jacob and leave?
Day.
Free? Who's free?
Told me not to go.
Who's free?
It's clerk. Middle in. Donut. Middle in. Donut.
Is Jacob free now?